Janet Boyditz and Alan Garner. 1. Making contact with others. I feel like I'm staring at a banquet. All around are people I'd like to meet, but I never seem to make contact. The distance between us, it may be just a few feet, but it feels like a million miles. Everyone else looks so comfortable and seems to have such an easy time making friends. If only I knew just the right thing to say. Terry. Adult children cringe at the idea of having to make small talk. Growing up in a dysfunctional family means that social skills were not adequately developed. Few people really enjoy small talk, but it is a necessary part of the socialization process. If you have only started to connect with others since you've been in recovery, you are learning to relate on the level of personal problems and pain. That is fine for identifying within the program and appropriate for a support group, but the truth is, there is life beyond the programs. In the larger culture, and even with program people outside of meetings, personal problems and pain are best shared with people as intimacy grows. Getting to that level is part of a process that begins with small talk and evolves from there. Small talk is the most non-threatening way that people can begin to know each other. People respond as much to tone and energy as to content. Rushing into personal things creates a sense of intimacy before it really exists. And believe it or not, talking trivia can be fun. Making contact with others will be easier when you know a few simple truths and develop some skills. The first truth is that most people also feel uncomfortable when they are getting conversations going. They only look at ease, just as you probably do to them. Second, most people would like to have more friends in their lives, just as you would. Third, most people are pleased when someone approaches them, as it takes the pressure off them. This chapter will teach you skills that will help you do better in starting conversations, keeping your conversations going, and talking about yourself. Starting conversations. There is no need for you, like Terry, to search for just the right thing to say. The truth is that dull, ordinary openers can work even better than clever openers. The main thing is to say something. When you say something, you've made contact. You've opened up the possibility of establishing a relationship, of making a friend. If others are interested, they will respond, and you can apply the skills in this book to use what they say to get a conversation going. There are basically 3 subjects you can talk about when you start a conversation: yourself, the other person, and the situation. Talking about the other person or the situation you are both in is far more likely to get the other person involved than only talking about yourself. Why? Because others are much more interested in themselves and what they're doing than they are in you, especially when they don't even know you. When you listen to the following openers, you'll see that those in the second group, those that talk about the other person or the situation, are far more likely to get conversations going. The best idea is to make the I statement first to show your own willingness to share and so as not to appear intrusive. Begin. I'm looking forward to this movie. Continue. What have you heard about it? Begin. I'm late for work. Continue. Why do you think the bus is late? Begin. I'm a friend of the host. Continue. How did you happen to get invited to this party? There are basically 3 things you can say when you start a conversation. You can ask a question, voice an opinion, or state a fact. To get others to want to join you in conversation, you have to interest and involve them. Asking questions is far more likely to do this than relating only